Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Plumlee.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
Some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Clark, great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. Malik Beasley out there with Murray. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. Shorty out there with B-Train. Then it's D. Then there's Slim.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Shorty, the pass to Aguilar. And stolen by Murray. Got a piece of it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Pass to Aguilar. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. At the top of the key, Millsap. Barton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen away. And they're moving it up. Here's D. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 19-point game against Memphis. Jokic kicks to Beasley. Murray outside. Clock at 4. Shot on the wing, and he connects with the jumper.
Even when the defense is breathing down his neck, Murray gets it done. I mean, just an amazing shooter with a very impressive stroke.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player, and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Doubled by Murray, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
A moment now to see the numbers for Nikola Jokic. He's averaging about 19 points per, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And Slim picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic high post. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Now here's Murray. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Shorty, and he lays it up and in.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Now here's Beasley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Murray, the pass to Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The pass to D. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Baller. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's good. 2 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
That free throw good from Thompson. The Nuggets trail by 7. Poked away. Craig passes to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Got a piece of it. Pushing it up. Chan passes to Slaughter. Shoots over Grant. Sinks the 15-footer.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Craig kicks to Murray. Pass to Porter. Here's Craig. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Denver. .35 left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Chan. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Murray. Clock at 6. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Shot to stop the run. Grant, that's good.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. He senses the defense is playing off him. As the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
And so it's the home team going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
We've got Big Smooth. Big Daddy is out there with the Beast. Then it's Thompson, and it's Chan in at the 2. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Murray. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee, and it's Craig in at the 2 guard.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Craig, and the shot goes in.
There you go again, a nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it. And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Last time they met was in Denver.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Barton subbed in for Murray.
And, you know, Millsap is a decent threat from outside the arc. A credit to his hard work. You got to at least get a hand in his face from out there now.
Here's B-Train, covered by Beasley. Pass to Big Daddy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Big Daddy's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver, trailing by 13. Millsap trying to get open, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Barton.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength by Nikola Jokic.
Here's Big Daddy. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Jokic with the steal. Barton outside. And the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Millsap. From deep. And again, Denver with the triple.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
The Big Daddy passes to Beatrice. He kicks it to Thompson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And Slim picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball stolen. Jumps up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Millsap has the open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Millsap's got 9 points now in the quarter. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. And after essentially a redshirt rookie here with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Murray subbed in for Barton.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Porter. It's good.
Yeah, good defense there. Porter does go 6'10" with that 7-foot wingspan. And how about a 9-foot standing reach?
Passes to Slaughter. Drops one in from the wing. Big Smooth got 6 points. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Craig passes to Grant. Porter looking it over. Pass to Murray. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Shorty the pass to Slaughter. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Big Smooth got 7 points for the quarter. And so it's the home team sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Taking a look at this home squad, Kenny, what did you see from them?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue, check it out.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game here from Big Smooth in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. We've got B-Train. He's out there with Shorty. Slim is out there with D. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. From past the arc, and the three ball is good. He has 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Outside Millsap. Now Beasley. And it's denied. Pass to Shorty. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Shorty's got 8 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. A 3 ball drops in the tray.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
The Nuggets trail by 19. Outside Millsap. Now the pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Beasley. To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Denver's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Pass to Jokic. Pass to Murray. On its way from Beasley for 2. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Clark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Well, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a joy to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep 3. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. Beasley left side. Pass to Jokic. Fader on the way. And again, it's Denver.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Thompson passes to the Beast. Here's Big Daddy. Millsap covering. Count that one. Slim's got 5 now.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Tipped away. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. How last month turned out for him. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. And also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Here's Chan. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 7.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Torrey Craig in for Beasley. Plumlee, the pass to Craig. The tray. Knocks down the 3 ball. Craig's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
And he makes that one. And that's now 7 points for Jamal Murray.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Oh, damn, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Here's Craig. Knocked away. And they're on the break. Here's the beast. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
For Denver, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Craig kicks to Murray. Outside, Porter to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Murray. Launches a 3. Can't hit that one. Good D by Thompson. And here's the fast break. A finish. And the layup is good. Thompson's got 7.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to Porter. Now Grant. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Porter. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Lets it go from the wing. Nice shot by Thompson. And so it's the home team ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Michael Porter, and it's Dozier in at the point guard. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. You were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you.
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem. But I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. To the middle, swiped away. Goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And it's Shorty with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Here's Barton. It's stolen. And here's the break. Drops in the breakaway layup. 15 points for Shorty.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Beasley outside. Clock at 6. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Barton dishes to Beasley. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer.
Barton is really a team-first guy who likes to get the ball to his teammates. An excellent passer at his position.
Shorty, the pass to Slaughter. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's D. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Jokic with it. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, the length of Jokic helps on these contested shots because he knows he can score on just about anybody in the league.
Shorty, the pass to B-Train. Here's Shorty. Pass to B-Train from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. B-Train's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Barton, again, the Nuggets score.
Nice job by Barton that time using the pick and roll. He's somebody that you can depend on to make solid decisions.
Shorty, the pass to Slaughter. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And there's the pass to Shorty. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots it, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And Jokic slams it in.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to D. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.